And here is my completed NFT farm where I can have the option to stake multiple different collections and be able to add multiple different templates from all of these collections with different staking values for each template. And I can view all of my stakeable NFTs along with the different staking values for each one. And if I want to stake both of these different templates at the same time, whether or not they're in the same collection, I can stake multiple different NFTs. And I can even view my different staked NFTs and how much they're earning me per hour. In case I want to decide to unstake one of them, I'll know which is the best one to unstake based on how much earnings I'm getting from it. Hello everyone, my name's Mike, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a version 2 NFT farm on WaxDAO. For those of you who haven't been following along, the main two updates are the ability to add multiple collections to one farm and also the option to set different staking values for each template in your farm. So if you want to have a farm that has 10 different collections in it and 50 different templates, you can set that up and have different staking values for each template in the farm. There is also no cost to add more templates to your farm, unlike before where you had to pay to add more than 10 specific templates. Now you can do that for free. You're going to be covering the RAM costs yourself, so we don't need to charge you for that. So you can add as many templates as you like to your farm. I'm doing this on the test net, but it's the same process as on the main net, so I'm going to walk you through that right now. All you got to do is go to waxdao.io and click on Create NFT Farm on the main page here. And it's going to take you to this form where you can fill out the information for your farm. There's a couple of things that are different than earlier, so I'm going to walk you through what the differences are and how to go about utilizing these differences. The first thing is just going to be typing in the farm name as usual. This has the same requirements as a Wax username, so that means 12 characters or less, all lowercase, and numbers 1 through 5. And you can also put a period in there if you want. I'm just going to name mine youtube.test. Also, real quick, I just want to apologize for the sound if it sucks. I'm staying at an Airbnb right now, so doing what I have to do. Next, you're going to put the logo, which would be an IPFS hash. So I'll just paste in the IPFS hash of my image. It's just an image of a chummy. And next, you're going to select the farm type. And you'll see now that there's a new option called version 2. Along with the existing old options. All these different capabilities that I've mentioned earlier are only available for version 2. Everything else is still the same for the old versions, so none of that applies to the old versions. Everything I mentioned only applies to version 2. So we're just going to click version 2 here, and you'll see that this little note pops up that says, for version 2 farms, you can fill out all the template and collection info after you create the farm. So earlier, when you created the farm, you had to enter the collection right away. You had to enter which templates you wanted added to the farm. You can do all that after you create the farm with version 2, along with the staking values as well. So after you create the farm, then you can go in, manage your farm. You'll be able to add new collections. You'll be able to add new templates. You'll be able to set the staking values for each different template in the farm. All that is after you create the farm. So you don't need to do any of that now. All you need to do is enter what the reward token is going to be. So for this one, we'll just say WaxDAO. If you click on this little info button, it'll pop up and say, if you're using Wax for the reward token, the contract is EOSIO.token and it has 8 decimals. For other tokens, you can check out our token tracker. And if you need the information for a specific token, like let's say you wanted to use Brawl token, you could just search for Brawl, click on it, and it'll give you the information if we have that token in our token tracker. So if we scroll down a bit, how do I add Brawl to my Wax wallet? The symbol is Brawl, the contract is Brawler token, and has 4 decimal places. So if you're looking to get information about any token that you want to add and use as your reward token, you can find that most likely in our token tracker. The contract is MD Crypto NFTs, and WaxDAO token has 8 decimals. We're going to create a staking period here. I'll just put 1 day minimum. That just means that when people stake, they have to lock their NFTs for at least 1 day. Expiration date isn't really so relevant to this new version because we're not doing a shared pool calculation like we were earlier. You're setting a specific hourly payout for each NFT. So honestly, the expiration date is irrelevant. You can just set this for as far away as you possibly want to, just like 10 years from now or whatever you want to do, since it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to select a random date here, and then you select the payment method. So I'll just put 250 wax, click create farm now, and I'm not logged in. All right, now that I'm logged in and I click the create farm now button, you can see that my farm has been created and it says you can manage it in the wallet section. So I'm just going to close this up, click on the wallet icon at the top right hand side of the screen, and click go to wallet. And now in the sidebar on the right hand side here, if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see there's an option to manage farms. So if I just close up this sidebar so I could see better, the farm that I just created was called YouTube.test. So if I want to edit the farm, I can just click on this edit farm button here. It's going to take me to the edit farm page, and you can see we have some information here. So there's no NFT staked, the reward pool is empty. I have unlimited templates that I can add to the farm, but there's currently none added and no collections. So the first thing that I want to do here is add a collection, because I cannot add a template to the farm unless I've added that collection for that template first. So if I try to add a template right now, it's just going to give me an error. It's going to say that collection's not supported here. First thing we do is click Manage Farm on the left-hand side. And guys, I'm really sorry about that noise. I tried to wait until it was quiet, but it's nothing I can do about it. And then we're going to click on Manage Collections. So I just add the name of the collection that I want to add to the farm. So let's say I want it to be Hoodpunk Test. And then I just click Add Hoodpunk Test, sign a transaction, and my collection has been added. If I refresh the page now, you can see that in the collection section, I now have the Hoodpunk Test collection added to the farm, which means I can add any templates from that collection into my farm now. So let's go back to the Manage Farm section, click on Manage Templates, action to perform, add template IDs. So it's going to ask me what collection, Hoodpunk Test. The template ID I want to add is 518734, and let's say I want the hourly reward to be 0.69420 WaxDAO. And then I just click the button to submit the transaction here. Template has been added, and I'm just going to add one more template just because. And for this template, I'm going to make the reward 0.42069 WaxDAO. So now if I go back into my wallet and I click on the name of the farm here, YouTube.test, it'll take me to the actual farm page. And here is my completed NFT farm, where I can have the option to stake multiple different collections and be able to add multiple different templates from all of these collections with different staking values for each template. And I can view all of my stakeable NFTs along with the different staking values for each one. So you can see that template 518734 has a staking value of 0.69420 WaxDAO per hour. And if I scroll down further, I can see template 505903 has a staking value of 0.42069 WaxDAO per hour. And if I want to stake both of these different templates at the same time, whether or not they're in the same collection, I can stake multiple different NFTs. And I can even view my different staked NFTs and how much they're earning me per hour. In case I want to decide to unstake one of them, I'll know which is the best one to unstake based on how much earnings I'm getting from it. So that's basically it for the tutorial. One other thing that I want to point out before I leave is just the limits on these farms, because I know that question is going to come up. The maximum amount of NFTs that can be staked in one of these version 2 farms is currently 3,000. If you have less than 1,000 NFTs staked in your farm, the farm will pay out once per hour. If you have more than 1,000 but less than 2,000, it will pay out once every 2 hours. And if you have more than 2,000 but under 3,000, it will pay out once every 3 hours. This is because of CPU costs. It's more expensive CPU-wise to do these version 2 farms because we have to check the individual staking values for every single template when we do the calculations. That's a lot of CPU. These numbers might be adjusted over time, but this is the way it is for now. So keep that in mind before you create one of these farms. And if you have any other questions, join the WaxDAO Telegram. There's a link on WaxDAO, and I'll put one beneath the video as well. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.